Now let's talk about our boy, Reptile. And Reptile is gonna be one of the most hyped characters ever. He was the first secret Mortal Kombat character. Anyone remember that? The hype to fight Reptile? Of course comes Mortal Kombat 2. He's now playable. The hype is real. Awesome character. Sick moves. He can spit acid, turn invisible. Wow. Reptile was on fire and remained one of the most popular Mortal Kombat characters ever. And because these earlier games we didn't see the endings, we didn't actually realize that your boy Reptile was being dog walked and was a freaking lackey and a jobber. Reptile was talent enhancement, and this was shown to us in Mortal Kombat 4 when they were actually showing the characters' endings in scenes. And this has got to be one of the most depressing endings ever. This shit haunted me. Here you are, you pick Reptile, oh he's sick, good moves, get to the end of the game and your boy gets clapped in his freaking own ending in horrific fashion.
A deal? I am not a god of my word, Reptile. All deals are off!
And of course, in later games, things didn't get any better. Natara used him up. He was used as Onaga's vessel and discarded. Dude getting washed left, right, and center. Of course, Mortal Kombat 9 arrived, resetting the timeline. And the first opponent you fight to start the Mortal Kombat tournament is Reptile. Dude was the first jobber you fight. He was essentially the entry-level gatekeeper to be established in the Mortal Kombat universe. It was him, then Baraka. Two jobbers, two talent enhancement. These guys weren't the shit. They were lackeys.
Begin. All right, showtime. He got caged. That's it. Ha ha!
And were given no kind of respect. Reptile got washed all throughout MK9. Baraka got washed all throughout. You know the story. MKX rolls along, Reptile still getting clapped. Dude gets the drop on the guys, turns invisible and still gets washed. Even getting clapped in the comics. The bottom line is Reptile was always talent enhancement. None of his endings ever turned out to be canon. He was always getting clapped, treated bad. Here you are the character with all the tools. You know, popularity, sick design, good moveset, good fatalities. He can turn invisible. He can spit acid, superhuman agility, superhuman strength. And he's still getting clapped, still laying flat on his back, looking up at the lights. MK11, luckily for Reptile, Collector called and says, hey bro, I'm taking your spot. And he was the one doing the jobbing. Reptile was nowhere to be found. Apart from the crypt, where dude is literally an NPC for you to squash. Dude's getting washed on screen, off screen, in canon, non-canon, hard times. But Mortal Kombat 1 has arrived and Reptile is... Wait, what? He did what? Drum roll please. Are you ready for this statement? NRS's new version of Reptile is better than Midway's version of Reptile. Huh? He didn't say that. Reptile in Mortal Kombat 1 is the best Reptile ever. Design, fatalities, and story. Reptile in Mortal Kombat 1 was given its own chapter. That alone puts him above the other Reptiles. They were given nothing. They were jobbers, talent enhancement. Reptile rose to the occasion in Mortal Kombat 1. Not only did he build bonds with Baraka, Johnny Cage, Ashra, the whole crew, Kenshi. He had a thrilling chapter, and plus it was hard to beat. This was straight after Ashra's chapter, arguably one of the best chapters in the game, and Reptile delivered. causing a distraction and knotting some big wins under his belt. Never before was that done for Reptile.
What's the word?
Go toward the stage, then right to the portal gate. But there are soldiers and constables everywhere.
Are you sure these are enough? One person spots us, and we are dead.
And that's why I'll create a diversion.
They're out for you too, Syzoth.
To catch me, they must see me.
Damn. You didn't tell me you could go full Predator.
We could use that diversion.
Good work, Syzoth.
Usher's impressed.
Syzoth!
Such a good friend, right? Backed him up.
Green blood? You're Zaterran. How can you...
There is much you don't know. Like what the General is truly up to.
Surrender and I'll hear you out. I can't if you resist arrest.
You arrest me, he'll execute me.
Facts.
That's not how I intend to die.
Fight.
Sit down.
Know that I am sorry for disturbing Sundo's peace.
And that's one of the few times Reptile has ever had a win under his belt. He defeated Li Mei, who was being assisted by Reiko. Credibility for once.
Ludicrous. Princess, no. You could be hurt.
Li Mei failed them again, huh? Tanya.
Insurrection from a Zaterran? This is a day I never thought I'd see.
You misread my intentions, Princess. Sadly, I've no time to explain them.
Fight.
And something you should realize here, people, now that Kenshi has caught up, he is now in the fight and in the cutscene. So this was 2-on-2. Reptile and Kenshi versus Kitana and Tanya. And your boy did his thing. It was 2-on-2.
For one who claims not to be a rebel, will fight tenaciously.
And you see Tanya at the end of the fight, she was definitely involved and she got washed and she went for it again. Chameleon.
Take the princess and go. My fight's not with her, or you.
It is now that you've laid your hands on her. I will take your life as punishment.
Know your limits. My sentence is suspended, Umgadi.
Wow. Of course, the other guys were in trouble, and guess who comes to the rescue?
Movies, you get saved by a plucky comic sidekick.
If we die today, we die together.
Not comic, but definitely plucky.
Sweet chin music. Goro. Johnny Cage getting his revenge. Oh boy.
It's unlike Shang Tsung to leave loose ends.
Now that I'm free of him, I'll reveal your conspiracy to all of Outworld.
You'll do nothing of the kind. Dead men tell no tale.
Wow, he's trying to silence the weakness, people.
You won't silence me, General.
Reptile beat General Shao. I have seen it all. And as you can see from the cutscene right after, Reptile looks up and he sees Kenshi fighting these other guys. You know what that means? That means he fought General Shao one-on-one. The other guys were busy fighting other people. He washed him clean one-on-one. Never in Reptile's dreams could he think about doing something like that. He really stepped up. Millions of Reptile fans all around the world said, whoa. And of course, he was the main reason they escaped, brought back to Earthrealm, gained respect from Liu Kang. Johnny Cage explaining that if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have made it. Reptile getting props and credibility. And his ending, he didn't get washed in his ending. He put himself over.
After fleeing Outworld, I hadn't expected to return. But then I also hadn't expected the new Empress to make me an offer I couldn't refuse.
Let's go, Rep.
To thank me for helping stop General Shao's rebellion, she asked me to be her emissary to the Zaterrans. Going home, bearing the seal of the royal house, I would show, once and for all, that my mutation wasn't to be feared. That it wasn't a source of shame. To my surprise, I was welcomed. But those warm smiles hid a dark secret. I stumbled upon a trove of official records, which showed that my shape-shifting ability isn't unique. Many Zaterrans are born with it, but are killed by their government to keep it from spreading. Who started this barbaric policy? Who is now enforcing it is unknown. But I will find out. And I will put an end to this madness.
And there you have it, people. Reptile has arrived. Good run in the story mode, given now a position of power as you saw in Baraka's ending. Good design, some good fatalities, did his thing. People, we can finally now say, respect Reptile. Wow.